Marysville Bulldogs Coach's Corner, a service of the Citizen State Bank's Darren's Repair, Inline Construction, Dean's Automotive, and Blue Valley Technologies.
Our roots are in agriculture. We're local. Many of us were born and raised in the areas that we serve. Because of that, we make our ag decisions right here at the bank. There's no waiting for some out-of-town approval on your loan requests. So rather than planting your seeds in someone else's field, stop by and let's talk. We're here to help you grow. Citizen State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
Sometimes the simplest ways just work the best. When you need automotive repair or service, call Darren Svoboda with Darren's Auto Repair. You'll get an experienced mechanic that you can trust to do the job right the first time. When you call, you'll talk with a mechanic, not an appointment advisor. He'll work to get your job in and out and get you back on the road. Always putting the customer first. Darren works to let you choose how much or how little repair work you actually need. Ask around. His reputation speaks for itself. Darren Svoboda with Darren's Auto Repair. A little out of the way in the alley at 604 Oak Street in Marysville, but sure worth finding. Call Darren at 562-7745.
Ag Storage can improve your farming operation. When you're planning, from building and grain bin pads to commercial approach and drives, call for a quote from Inline Construction in Marysville today. For all types concrete work, phone 785-562-5525.
Welcome into the Marysville Bulldog Coaches Corner program, joined today with Scott Brown, head coach of the Marysville boys team. Coach, I want to ask you about the tournament you're in this week over there at Seneca. I know you guys had a tough loss there on Tuesday night versus St. Mary's, but how are they playing right now after kind of having a rough patch there early in the season?
We played St. Mary's, and boys played really hard, played tough. The second half, it was kind of hard to score. St. Mary's coached really well, and their help defense is really good, and their boys stay on their feet and don't take risks defensively, and that made it really hard for us to score there in the second half. And they're a darn good team. They've got a lot of guys that can very skilled, can shoot the ball extremely well, and they've got some athleticism in the post. So our boys took them all the way down to the wire, and I told them after the game, it's one of those things. I love winning more than anything in the world, but couldn't be happier with how hard they played and how hard they're competing right now. When you start the season 1-5, it's pretty darn easy for everybody to be like, well, time to move on to track, baseball, golf, whatever it is, and just get through this, and let's move on to the next thing. And those boys have just kept fighting, and some good stuff has come their way because of their ability to buy into the process. I mean, I told them one time, I said, you guys have bought into this more than I have, and I couldn't be happier for them to find some success lately.
You used the term too earlier, down to the wire. Your wins this year have been very close games. How impressed are you in their, factor to not let them slip away and finish off contests? Because it's easier said than done to win a basketball game, I guess.
Well, yeah, you can talk about it in a timeout, or you can drill that type of stuff in a practice, but you have to actually have done it in a game for it to, truly feel it. And that's something, like I said, we haven't had a lot of success here lately, and for those guys to get over the hump in a couple of those games like that and finish it off was really amazing by them to be able to do something like that, because, like I said, that's not something you can practice it, but it's never the same as actually getting it done in a game.
Yeah, and momentum's a funny thing, too, in sports. When teams start playing good and you start figuring things out, it tends to feed on into that. And last one here for you, Scott. But as you do look at these next couple weeks, you're going to get back into league play and, Riley County and a couple of those games and obviously finishing out this week. But, what else do you want this team to take a step at, move forward here before you get deep into February?
Yeah, there's really not one specific thing. Our whole theme of our team is one better. We're trying to get 1% better every single day, and I have no doubt in my mind that they'll come ready to practice and practice extremely hard. And I told them after that St. Mary's game, I said, I can't wait for practice tomorrow. And, as a teenager, I know in their head they're thinking, I can't wait for anything other than practice. That's a teenager for you, and I don't blame them. I was the same way, but they're just a fun group of boys to coach, and I look forward to every single day with them.
Well, I think a season in any sport, it's kind of like building a house. You don't all of a sudden have the house built, but you have to start with building blocks. And like you said, 1% better is where this team's heading. Again, talking with Scott Brown, head coach of the Marysville Bulldogs. Scott, I appreciate your time this week. Best of luck with the games coming up, and we'll chat here before too long.
Sounds great. Thank you.
This new year, you deserve better. Better internet, better speeds, and better service from a company that gives back to your community. Sign up for Blue Valley Technologies fiber internet and get 3 months free. Already a customer? Try a faster speed for 3 months at no extra cost. For more details, visit us at bluevalley.net or call 877-876-1228. Happy New Year.
Danes Automotive in Marysville and Waterville has always been your trusted and certified automotive repair shop. But did you know Danes carries tires? With every major brand and size from pickups, ATVs, trailers, and car tires, Danes has you covered. Don't wait until the old set gives out. Grab a new set along with balancing, alignments, and front-end work for any make and model. Find Danes Automotive in Marysville and Waterville online and give them a call to stay on the road, wherever it takes you.
Marysville Bulldogs Coaches Corner, a service of the Citizen State Banks, Darren's Repair, Inline Construction, Dean's Automotive, and Blue Valley Technology.